Dun, 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 bum, 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 da, 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 da. Welcome back to another episode of the Reset Podcast. My name's Angus.
I'm Shanni.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Ehren.
And today we are talking about Ehren. You want to tell us about it?
We're talking about Ehren.
What?
We're shit talking Ehren.
We didn't talk about this. We're talking about dating, but specifically dating between the oldest, the youngest, and only children, but
Which was more compatible?
Compatibility.
Okay, so this is very new to me because this topic came out of nowhere, and we thought, hey, we're gonna talk about it. So how does it work? So which is most compatible?
So what we're talking about is today's oldest and oldest, and then oldest and youngest, and then youngest and youngest. Out of those, which one do you guys think is most compatible?
So basically compatibility based on your, like, the position you are within your family, like if you're the oldest child or youngest or middle, etc. Okay.
Yeah.
So out of those
I
three,
wonder. And does it matter like between genders as well? If it's like the oldest
it
son
doesn't
versus
matter. It's just mannerisms in those roles. What do you think is
most compatible?
most compatible?
I don't know. I thought oldest and oldest would be the best.
It was shared understanding of like how
Yeah.
tough it is
Yeah.
growing
Both
up.
leaders.
Trauma bonding, you know?
Trauma bonding.
It's the best part.
You gotta lead, you gotta guide your siblings, you take a lot of shit from your parents,
Mhm.
there's a lot of trauma there. I guess you can trauma bond and go from there, but I think the oldest and oldest is like a power struggle, right? Because so you're so used to like guiding your siblings and the family and holding that weight. Now you kind of like, you have to align with that your partner, right? So that's why they say the oldest and oldest don't always get along in that compatibility because of they can't align, right, on everything, because it's like, oh, I'm used to having the power to make this decision. Oh, but I have to go through my partner now. Yeah.
So basically, they're too similar. So having it be too similar can also not work
Clashing, yeah.
The youngest child is kind of like, you can do no wrong. You're kind of like the
A little
favorite.
spoiled,
You're kind of like in your
yes.
own world, like la la la. I can
You
walk
do whatever you
around.
want,
Yeah,
kinda
do
thing?
whatever I want, right? And then they say that like if there's two youngest, I think it's like they both want to play, but what they don't want to, no one wants to lead, right? So if you don't have one with leadership skills, then you might just not go anywhere and just dance down Rainbow Lane, I guess.
Yeah, no, I can see that for sure. Yeah, 100%.
Makes sense. So is there a study on like what is actually most compatible? I think Kimi was mentioning you saw
Yeah, so actually so this is how the topic kind of came about. Is I saw a TikTok, and basically the highest marriage or successful marriages happen with the firstborns. And specifically, if it's like a firstborn male with sisters, so younger sisters, with a lastborn, so the youngest sibling, with brothers, so they're all older brothers. They are the highest kind of compatibility in terms of marriages, and vice versa for gender. And then the worst compatibility is, I think it was like the firstborn, but I did also read the only children with the only children. And I'm an only child, and I have dated an only child and did not work out. So I can kind of see why.
So
Maybe
it's
the
kind of
similarities.
true
Yeah.
True.
the
Sample size
similarities.
1, but true.
Sample size one, yeah. Sample size one. That's all you need to know, guys. If anything, that's all you need to know. If you're an only child, just don't go for any only children. But what I'm curious is, I'm an only child. Am I considered a firstborn? Or do I just not apply in this situation? Because
I think you would still be the firstborn, right?
would I? But I'm not taking
The first
care
and
of
the
anyone.
last.
Yeah, the first, exactly.
First,
First one and the last one
Damn.
standing. So how does that work? Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Okay.
Wait, why is it?
both.
Why doesn't it work between an only child and an only child?
I feel like it's the selfishness. I feel like it's because when you're only child, you're so used to being the one that you're the one that's
You're
the
center
main
of
focus.
attention,
You're the center
right?
of attention. You don't have to share. You don't have to worry about the other person. You're kind of, to be fair, honest, like everything's kind of like given to you. You don't get hand-me-downs. You don't. It's all, you get the mix of both being a firstborn and the lastborn. So I think when you're with another only child, you maybe you just don't have the ability to be as
Can't share.
can't share as easily, or maybe
Not
you
as
get into like
considerate.
Or you're just not used to
issues.
it, right?
You're not used to it, versus like, let's say, an only child with maybe, honestly, to be honest, I think only child with the firstborn would work out because firstborns are so used to caring for their siblings.
How come this article doesn't talk about middle child?
But
Nobody cares about the
No one
middle
cares
child.
about the middle one.
They always get forgotten.
Damn. I should pour
sorry,
one.
middle
Good thing
Children.
children.
For the
none of us
homies.
are middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry for that.
I feel like, so when you said the highest success rate with it's basically the oldest that has, like, oldest son with younger female siblings, like sisters.
Yes.
Is most compatible with the youngest sister that has older brothers.
Exactly, and
I
vice
can
versa
see that.
too.
You can see why it makes
I
sense,
actually can
right?
see that because it's like they're already used to getting, like, for the female, they're used to getting cared for by their elder brothers, very protective and all that. So they know how to, like, receive that. And then the oldest son, they know how to take care of their younger sisters. So they already, like, are very used to that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, they've
exactly.
gone, like, you go through
It's
the
like
spectrum of
practice,
it,
yeah.
right? So
Wait, does it work the other way around? If it's a older sister and
Older
then
sister.
Yes, apparently vice versa.
oh, it
Yeah,
works.
so let's say it's like an older sister with younger brothers, with the younger brother with older sister. Yeah, so like the genders are reversed. It still is compatible as long as older with younger.
Yeah. I wonder if the guy would think, like, you know, like, no. Hey,
Wait,
I'm
why are
just
you
putting
going
it out
with this,
there.
Angus? Immediately in my mind,
No,
I'm like,
I'm trying to think because, like,
pause
some
there.
guys are gonna be like, oh, the power is not there. You know, she's wearing the pants.
oh,
There's a lot of insecure guys, and
Yes.
it just thinks that, hey, I can't do whatever I want, or I don't have to say, because I'm the youngest. I don't know. I can kind of see
kind of
it.
see that
the
as
other
well.
the other one that we haven't talked about is just like, because we're doing reverse, but then what if it's a guy that had just grew up with brothers and then a girl just grew up with sisters? Does that
True,
work?
true. I mean, it didn't say, but I would imagine it's still okay.
So I think the way I can see it works is just because you're seeing the other side's perspective, right? And you grew up with it, so you've kind of conditioned to like know how to adapt to having the opposite sex with you, right? But if you're just around
Yeah.
boys, or you're a girl
You're
and you're
kind
just
of
around
like,
girls,
well,
then you
Other
only know how to
guys.
hang off girls, and you can't handle a guy with just how you handle your sisters, right? So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because if I look at my past relationships, it's been quite consistent in all of my past relationships. The guy has always been the eldest, except for my last relationship being only child, as I mentioned earlier. But they were always the older brother.
Oh, okay.
The first one had a younger brother, and the other ones actually all had like younger sisters.
Oh,
So it's almost like they already knew how to take care of
yeah.
girls, or girls younger than, it's almost like, and to be honest, it shows in the relationship. I find like the type of men they are, how they act, or how they know how they should act. So it's interesting how I gravitate probably naturally towards that.
but I feel like if you didn't grow up in a household with like females, and say you just grew up with brothers, I think as long as like your parents provide you those values and like teach you like, hey, you can't say that to a girl, or like don't do this, don't do that, then I think you'll still be able to set the tone, right? It's just like knowledge, right? Like if you don't know, then you're gonna do the wrong thing, obviously, right?
Mhm.
Well, Ehren, like, you're an amazing guy.
Thanks, man.
How do you? Okay, so well, you have an older brother. You have no sisters.
Yeah.
So how did you learn all these?
Okay, so I always tell people is that I think I had a like kind of like a head start, because like for me in elementary school, like when I went to go babysitting, like
But
my-
y-
no,
oh,
I was
you-
getting babysat. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
oh yeah. So you're in elementary school.
No, calm down.
No
down.
wonder.
Anyways, so like the lady that was babysitting my brother and I, there were like 5 or 6 other girls, just pure girls, no guys, right? So like over time, like you can imagine from elementary school onwards, like until I didn't need to get babysat, obviously, like I learned through trial and tribulations, like what you can say to a girl, what you can't. Like I learned the hard way. Like we'll
Really?
fight physically, yell at each other, say the wrong things, and we'll just get checked by the babysitter, being like, "You guys can't say this to a guy.
Oh.
You can't say this to a girl."
Oh, so the
so we kind of like
babysitter.
learned.
They
after school
taught
for a
you at
couple
that
hours.
young?
Well, we're just like fighting. We're literally fist fighting and like whatever, or like emotionally like yelling at each other across the room, right? It's like my brother and I versus like 6 girls. Like,
But
what are
you
gonna
were
do?
so young though.
Yeah, but then the thing is,
It's
when you're
conditioning.
young, you're a sponge, right? You're gonna
Yeah.
either absorb the good things or the bad things, or a mix
You
of
learn
both,
quickly.
right?
So what's one of the things you learned not to say?
this-
You're fat. Yo, I called my one of my supervisor fat when I was young.
You
and I didn't know it was a bad
Did you
thing.
know what fat meant?
Oh, they're big.
Like big, right?
Yeah,
So
they're
you just
big.
thought it
But
was the
did you know-
observation.
But actually, did you know that it was like a negative thing?
No,
Or
I
you just thought
didn't.
it was
I was
like
just a very honest kid. I was so honest.
he was being objective. He was
Yeah.
just like,
I think yeah, you probably
no,
were just
I was
being
a very
objective.
visual person, and
you're
you
very
know,
round.
Yeah, you are big.
Mom said circles are big. You look like a circle.
Because,
Yeah.
was it? They're called supervisors, right? During recess, they
Yeah,
like
those
Oh,
make sure you
okay.
like
Yeah,
concentrate
yeah, yeah.
well. And,
yeah,
like,
or
not
they
run
make sure
off.
that no kids are fighting or they're
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
I remember walking up to her and I'm like, "Hey, Miss something." I'm like, "You're fat," and then she's like, "Oh, how would you like it if someone called you you're skinny?" I'm like, "I am skinny," and then I'm like, and I was like
kid.
laughing, and she's like, "Go run away." I'm like, "Okay." So I run away.
Just
I
run
still
away.
remember it to this day, and I'm like, "Oh shoot, I called her fat like straight up."
Yo, you're a savage back
That's
then.
No, but it was a-
savage.
But you did it without any malicious
No,
tone.
no
You
malicious,
kinda were
because
just
she was
saying it, right?
she was a big woman, and I was like,
No.
"Why? You're so fat."
But I
I'm
guess
like,
like
wow.
you,
I
can't save
you
this
never
guy.
had anyone
can't
tell
save
you
this
that
guy.
you can't describe someone like that, right?
Yeah, but like I was like, what? Like after that, I learned it was bad.
Did they tell your
Oh,
parents?
hilarious.
Did they tell your parents? So like, hey,
No, my
your
parents
son
were so
can just go
busy.
call everyone
I'm
fat.
pretty sure. I don't remember. I don't
so
think so.
after that interaction, you kind of just learned yourself that like you
It's not
saying you calling
nice.
someone fat,
It's
they called
okay.
you out, and also they showed negative emotion.
No,
They
what
were
I
hurt.
learned is that if they're fat, you have to lie about it, and don't tell them about it.
And
Be
this
like,
is why men lie. This is why women have trust
Hey,
issues.
hey,
this is
listen.
what happens.
Yeah.
"Yo, we get in trouble if you say the real thing."
There are
no,
good guys
I
out
would
there.
actually okay, fine. To some degree, yes.
Yes.
I guess
you can't
if
really
somebody
win.
was like, "Do I look fat?"
Okay.
Will you say yes? You look fat.
No. Okay, but here's
I'm
the
like,
thing.
hey Angus, you just look a little bit bigger on the lower end.
little,
the
I
lower
don't
part.
know,
But you know
okay.
what? Your ass looks nice and fat though. SC.
PH8.
Yeah,
Okay,
fat
so-
with P. Yeah,
So
exactly.
does that work? Does that work? If you're in a relationship and that person is getting a little bit on
Right.
the other side, what's your way for? I think for guys it's a lot harder than girls, in my opinion. Girls can straight up tell you
Girls are more
like, "Yo, man, you're getting kind of
Yeah,
getting
Oh
a
yeah,
little big."
no shame. I all the
Aaron,
time.
you're getting a little
Yeah.
fluffy. I'm like, damn, okay, let me go to the gym for like
Yeah,
72 hours.
yeah. I think, but then for if you just say
see
to a
her
girl,
around.
you're like,
Hell no.
Mm.
I will not bring it up. I will.
You just
I
let it?
will, I will die.
won't bring it
on
up?
that
what
side.
if it's becoming
Yeah,
a
it's
problem when it comes to
becoming
their
a huge-
health, like a health issue?
Yeah, so like, hey, I think we should go, start eating healthier and like start doing healthier habits. Like, do you want to start walking and
Okay.
do some other like
I'm the girlfriend.
activities?
You kind of would put it on yourself, right?
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you want to be healthier.
Yeah, I want to
influence-
be healthy. Do you want to
Angus
join
is ready
me?
to role
I
play
already
at
know what you're
all
gonna say.
I got
time.
like some role plays.
I'm role playing. I'm the girlfriend. So you say that. Say what you said.
I can't.
So-
So do it the opposite. Do the opposite.
Okay, okay.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
You're the guy.
Hey, you know what? I think we should start hitting the gym. Let's eat healthy this week. Meal prep, get some veggies in. What do you think?
Why?
Do you not care about your health?
See?
Okay, wait.
It's hard, right? It's hard.
Your health,
It's hard.
dude?
Freaking hard.
I can do it. I can
okay?
do it. Right?
Okay, fine.
Okay, like let's go.
Okay, no. Okay, go, Aaron. Your
No,
turn.
you
Aaron?
go. You go.
Okay, fine. I'll go.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Ready.
Here we go.
Hey, so I was thinking we've been eating out a lot. It's getting kind of expensive as well. What do you think about making some food at home and meal prepping?
I'm eating a chicken wing while you're doing that.
What do you think?
Meal prep. We can just go KFC and buy chicken. It saves time. And there's a promo deal on Uber Eats.
Okay, let's go. No, just kidding.
Wow.
No. But imagine I was
She
like,
came in so fast.
no, but I'll say like I've been feeling really like icky. Like I feel like I have too much greasy food. Like I actually feel really gross. I prefer to eat. Like, would you want to also do it with me? Like help support.
What kind of food are we eating?
We'll just try some I'll search up some healthy recipes. They don't have to be bland and boring. I'll search it up and I'll start to take initiative. But yeah, let's just do it together. Also, really want to like go on 10K walks every day, like 10K steps. It's kind of a goal of mine.
One
Try to be
step at a
healthy.
time. One step at a time. 10K, too much. Maybe.
Okay, 5K.
How about 5-minute walk?
to the fridge.
to the fridge and back.
How about 5 minutes on a treadmill?
5 minutes on the treadmill, and we at least have fried chicken every day.
Oh
but
my
we
God.
will
Every
sub
day.
what you have.
So I eat healthy. You continue to eat unhealthy.
Hey, Shanni, I think we should probably cut the cord on this one. You know, I think you should see other people. Yeah, as a best friend, that's what I want
Is
to
it
tell
because
you.
I'm fat?
No. It's not because
It's
you're
not.
fat.
It's not you. It's
It's
me.
me.
Yeah, I thought you.
Oh,
It's me.
that's where it comes in.
There we go.
Oh my God.
That's how you use it.
Yo, it's hard. Actually, yours
That's
is really good.
sensitive,
Hers is really
yeah.
good. His is really good.
Yeah.
I think that's hard for guys.
But what if I'm just like, oh, but I don't see a problem with it.
Mm.
I think the food tastes better. I like to eat
But
this
what
food.
if they also suspect that you're saying this because
You're insinuating
you're
something.
insinuating, like, why are you wanting me to go to the gym? Are
I
you
think
saying
that's
I'm
where you have to use
fat?
careful language.
Well, that's why I
Yeah.
think I liked about what you did was you had some samples of like examples of like, you know, we've been eating out a lot
yeah,
lately. I
like
would
these
like
are
to
facts. Yeah.
eat at home because it's a little bit
Also
healthier.
saves money. Yeah. Not
but
just
the thing is like
Promo deals on
the
Uber
promo
Eats.
though.
That Uber
the buy one get
Eats.
one. But the thing is, like, if you want a partner that's healthy and say they're just narrow-minded and just want to eat unhealthy, then regardless of this topic about like weight and stuff, you probably wouldn't want that partner because they're not looking out for the best interest of their health, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right?
It's almost like they're dragging you down. It could feel a little bit, you know, like
I wouldn't say it's like a deal breaker, like end the relationship, but like it's definitely something you need to dig deep on and be
Yeah.
like, why are you not wanting to look at this in a positive way? Why are you?
Oh, it's so negative. Why
Yeah.
why are you a negative Nancy?
Yeah,
exactly.
What?
Yeah. But that's like overall compatibility. It's like I
Yes.
feel
Yeah.
like somebody who's really
it.
into fitness, for example, is like every single day they go to the gym, like Angus. Versus
Yeah.
somebody who literally does not care for the gym, is not athletic at all, like
Uh-huh.
just could not be bothered to do any physical
Yeah.
exercise, probably won't work out.
The
Yes.
compatibility is a huge
Yeah.
thing. And let's say like you're not fully a gym person, that's fine, but like just make the effort to at least maybe like do things that you both enjoy or like learn new things, or you know, that there's always a good balance that you can make.
Because you were never into cycling.
I was not. Or spin class.
Spin class, yes.
Yeah.
And then now you love it.
Yes, I have gotten into it. But
Well,
I was
no,
actually
you
initially
should
kind of, you know, it's probably not for me. You know, it kind of gives you need a little bit extra push to get there. And I tried it and I liked it. And now I do
But
it
you were
maybe once in a while. Yeah, I was influenced
After
by not
One of your
XX per se, but like, yeah, I was seeing here. Yeah, I was seeing him and I made it. And
So all you have to do out there is just constantly keep asking them, and then they'll do it.
exactly.
as a guy, I will say asked once. If it seems
2
safe,
times?
maybe twice.
Twice.
The third one, you can just like
Kind of reaching
Reach-
to the edge of the cliff there.
Yeah.
Just know that the third attempt, midway, you might get killed.
Yeah. And then the
So-
fourth one, you're
just-
just
Yours
basically
is already
jumping off the
dead,
cliff.
yeah.
You might just jump.
Yeah. Okay. So don't do it the fourth
So
time.
Yeah.
persistency, yes.
Yeah.
You got
But you gotta
that
space it out. Space it out.
Yes.
Yeah, space it
in a
out.
smart way.
Okay. So be persistent, but not
Yes.
annoying.
Yeah.
You have to find the balance.
I think for me, it's like if someone knows I don't want to do something, but they keep reminding me, I definitely won't do it. Like
Oh,
I
'cause it's
think I'm
nagging.
petty like that.
Nagging
Yo,
at
because
that point.
it's so annoying if you keep telling someone to do something.
Yeah.
And they're not gonna do it. Stop nagging them. Okay, they're not gonna do it.
Have you seen those examples where it's like, if like a partner, like say for example, the girlfriend is asking the guy to do something, like some one of his habits, like, oh, you never use GPS, but you always ask me to be your GPS, right? And then all of a sudden, the guy's like, oh, why don't you just like the other partner, like the friend's best friend will be like, Ehren, why don't you just buy a thing to put on there and put your GPS on there? I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. And you'd be like, Shanni would be like, what the fuck? I just told you to use GPS, and all just because Angus said it, you want to do it now?
Mm.
Yeah.
So like not listening to
Yeah, not listening to a partner because
Or-
it's nagging, but listening to my friend because, you know, it's my friend and it's not nagging, right?
I think it's kind of like your comment, like you're petty, like you don't want to lose, you don't want to suck them to like whatever they're saying, right? Sometimes there's a bit of that, but
You're
yeah,
so petty.
little toxic.
You're
there.
petty too.
I'm petty
bro.
too,
Toxic.
but not as petty as Ehren though. He's so
Yeah.
petty. Like for me is
When's your most? Wait, I remember you telling a story of when you were really petty.
Yeah.
And we were all
petty.
shocked.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty petty, but we'll save it for the next one. We'll save it for the next one.
Oh,
All right,
do
but
tell.
I think we're pretty much time. To summarize, I think so. Most compatible is oldest to youngest.
Yes.
Right. If you're the only child, you're basically middle and young, so it'll work out either way.
Only children? Don't go with only children.
Oh, okay. There. Don't do
Yes,
that.
sadly, but true.
And then what's the other one?
Don't call girls fat.
Yes. Don't call girls
Yes.
Well,
fat.
don't call anyone
Don't
fat.
call anyone-
Just keep it to
Use
yourself, okay?
Nice language.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if they are getting a bit on the heavier side, be more delicate.
Treat people how you want to be treated, okay? Angus.
I always treat people the way I want them to be treated. If you enjoy this podcast, give us a like, subscribe, hit that notification button. We're all in the socials, so everything's in Linktree. In the description below, the Linktree is there. So we're on TikTok, Spotify, YouTube, all that stuff. Put in the comments, do you think that the oldest and youngest are most compatible? And if you're allowed to call someone fat?
Okay.
What's your way of bringing it up without offending the other person? I think that's the biggest thing because I want to
Yeah.
know. Ehren wants to know.
I think Angus really needs to know. Please comment down below.
I wanna know.
please. He needs it more than us.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoy this podcast, and we'll see everyone on the next one. Bye.